In this video, I turn this beautiful landscape filled with power lines and cable spaghetti mess into a beautiful factory that looks a lot like this that will produce us iron rods, iron plates, and iron screws. This factory has plenty of space inside so that if I ever need to upgrade my production line or increase the number of items I produce per minute in here, such as the iron rods, screws, or plates, I can do so as I please without any worry. And I swapped all the colors, so now it's all gray, which more symbolizes iron, which is actually cool. And this looks really good, and I'm happy that it all fit very nicely inside the little skinny section that I built right here. So the next item on our list to set up is to set up all of the constructors that will be constructing the different resources that we'll be making here. So, you know, as I said earlier, the iron plate, the iron rods, etc. How much iron does one of these systems produce? I think 30 per machine, so 90. There's 10, so we're making 300 iron per minute per second. So, I just found out that I have an alternate recipe for screws that uses iron, 5 iron ingots per 50 screws. So, well, not 5 iron ingots per 50, well, yeah, per 20 screws anyway, but, then for the rods, we have the iron for rods. I don't have any alternate recipes for that. And then the plates, because the plate. So that makes the screws a lot easier. I think it produces more this way. It does produce more this way, so this is definitely a better way of doing it. That's good that I have that. So each of these lines right here will produce us 300 iron per minute. So this one's 300, that one's 300, that's 300, which equals 900 because it's a 1-to-1 ratio when you smelt. So if we have 300 per minute and this guy uses 30, we only need 10 of these guys that produce the iron plates. So we only need 10 to produce, or to use all of the iron that's produced from these smelters and such. For the rods, we have 15. 300 divided by 15 is, I have no idea. 300 divided by 15 is 20. So we will need to, I guess, yeah, that was what I thought in my head. We'll need 20 of these guys for the rods. And then for these guys, it's 12.5, which just makes a very happy number for us to figure out. So 300 divided by 12.5, we need 24. 24 of these guys for that. So it's 10, 20, and 24 to produce enough. Okay, let me grab the blueprint thing, because actually if I do this in a blueprint, this will make my life so much easier. The blueprint thing will help me decipher the size and space that I have, and I want to see how many constructors efficiently I can fit inside of this area here. So give me a bit, and I'm gonna be working with this for a hot minute. So all right, so I finished making some blueprints and such. They're right here. This is the blueprint that I've made for the iron stuff. So every single one of the ones that I have in here are set to these items, and I've spent like an hour and a half making these. I did a little building on the building as well to kind of get an idea of what I kind of want the building to look like. I will show that in a minute here, but I built this little platform right here so that well, mainly to hide the miner that was under here, but I built this, and I built it to perfectly fit the amount of these guys that we need to set the system up. I just need to figure out which side is input and which side is output, which I don't remember at all what side was input and output. So if we put this bad boy down like that, we need 3 of these sections to do the screws, and this should be for the screw alternate recipe according to the math I did earlier. Oh my god, my game lags when I place those. Those are the blueprints. Very expensive, but this is what I built earlier. I did all the design work inside. I even added these fancy lighting things that light up down the hallways and such. I think it looks pretty cool. There's some stuff I have to do, such as these guys, every few of them needs to be connected up against. So I'm gonna go through and do all of this, and yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I have gone and I've connected up all of the conveyor belts, so the whole system is all connected, all the power is connected and such, so it should be fully operational. We just need to connect up the line straight into this input right here and this input up here as well. So we just need to load balance this as best we can. Well, I mean, do we really need to load balance? Well, I'd prefer if we did, honestly. All right, so I finished hooking up the system. Yeah, I didn't know it would be super difficult to hook up a unnatural angle. Well, actually, yeah, no, it's not a natural angle. It's a custom angle based on that, not the actual factory. So it was kind of like a struggle to hook it up into a straight line and make it fit all in there. But I did it. I had to redo all of like the conveyor belts and such inside of here because they were all facing the wrong direction. So I had to redo them and make it so they were all facing this direction. No, I don't. Okay, good. These ones are all going that direction. So they were being taken out from on that side of the area. So I was like, no, I need them out here. So then I put them here, and then yeah, it kind of does this weird little hang thing, but that's fine. It lines up, and this is where our screws will be coming out right here. So when we turn this system on, the iron from this one will be put straight. Wait a minute. All right, the iron from this one, I had it selected on the wrong one because I thought something else, and yep, now I realize my mistake. But the iron from this one will be put straight into this factory, so it uses all of them. It's got all 24 because there's 8 constructors inside of each of the sections, and there's 3 sections, so you know, 8 times 3, and that's 24, so that does the screws perfectly. For the iron and the plates, there will be an extra constructor set off to the side. For the iron plates, there'll be 2 extra constructors set off to the side, and for the iron rods, there will be 4 extra constructors set off to the side. So we need 2 for the iron rods. We will need 2 of these to run the entire iron rod system. So I think I'll just do 2 of them side by side, because like that's how they're supposed to be, like one here and then one here, so they're like in this back corner. And then I think I'll do well, actually, the more I think about it, it looks really good like this, like literally just using the more of these the sections I have connected, the better it looks, right? So maybe if I got another iron node, I could add more. So I'm gonna bring we'll leave the rods. We'll do the iron rods right here, and then we'll do the iron plates over here. That way we can extend it if we need to, because iron plates are, I'm assuming, used a lot, so we'll leave lots of space for the iron plates. So we'll do them over here, and we'll set up the rods over here, but I need to go get myself some cable, so I'll be right back. You know, I'm starting to think I may have overshot that a little bit. Well, right, so now that I have more screws, we can set up more of these factories, and I think I'm going to set up this factory right here, because there will be a window going right along this little section right here. Well, I plan on, if my R button will work. This stupid keyboard I have is absolute garbage, but you know, it worked. Anyway, besides that, so this is what the window is going to be, as I said. What am I missing now? Oh, for God's sakes, I'm missing steel beams. God damn it. All right, so I went and got the stuff. I put the 2 up. They're nicely lined up with the window, how I think I would like them lined up. For now, I'm going to connect them to power. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the same thing I did over here. I'm going to do all the belt work and such, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have finished hooking up this system. I didn't bother going back through and switching the direction of the conveyor belts because I really didn't want to do that. It took like 5 minutes, but I'm too lazy to do that. So I just brought the conveyor belt around the back here and connected it back over there. But I've connected it up over there. It just kind of swoops over, and the output just kind of swoops over like that as well. I just belted it together and threw it all together, and it's very squishy. It got real close. I'm glad I moved that extra little tick back, or this would have made my life a lot harder. But it fits perfectly, except for that clipping there, but that's all right. So if we were walking down here, we would be able to see that everything's working normally. The stuff is being inputted and stuff is being outputted. So I'm very happy with this. It looks really good. I forgot to connect all of the power together. There we go. Perfect. Now all the power is connected. They should all be physically capable of working when I turn on the factory. But the next thing to do is to set up the iron, which won't be too difficult, because it's literally just one of these blueprints, because we only need one for the iron plates. So let's just do it right up next to this one, so it goes straight up to that right here, and we'll shove her right here. Creature in the way? I'm sorry, what do you mean creature in the way? What creature? Who the hell's under? Oh, you little freaking bird. You little birdie. I really don't want to do this. You are so cute. I really don't want to do this. Oh, that was really cute. We're going to set this up the exact same way. Output will come the same direction, which isn't too bad. And we'll just set this like close to this as we can get, close to that corner. And maybe we'll actually just line it up. There's our one thing we need for the plates. And the extra 4 have been added. All right, so we are inputting here this time. I double checked the conveyor belts are going that direction, so we are inputting here, and that's all right by me because it makes me have to do less work when moving conveyor belts around. But we're gonna do this, and yeah, we're just gonna do the same thing. Well, I'm just going to do the same thing I did over there and just set this up, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've now connected up the iron plate one. There's lots of space over there for me to do more iron plating. Next up is I need to put the item somewhere. So I'm going to set up a bit of a storage room, and I think I want to set the storage room up just around the corner over here. So right here, I think I want to set up the storage room in this area. There's lots of space. It's wide open, and as I said, there's plenty of space, so I think I could set up multiple different storage containers along this wall right here, which I'm gonna do right now. All right, so I've done everything, all the cable work coming, or not cable work, but all the conveyor belt work and such. I split it all off. It all comes down here, then it goes into this conveyor belt spaghetti mess, which when we go through that conveyor belt spaghetti mess, it just all comes out through here and merges into these 3 lines, which split into 4 storage containers each. The more I think about it, I think I might want to change something because I think it'll just infinitely move items around, but that's not the worst thing to happen in the world. So for now, I'm going to leave it, but this is the storage room, and the factory is looking pretty good. The entire exterior for this base, or for this building. So I'm not gonna like bother showing that on camera. If you guys want me to show that kind of stuff on camera, let me know in the comments and I can do that for the next episode. But for this episode, I'm just gonna do all the building off camera because I know it's gonna take hours and hours to do. So I will time how long it takes so that you guys know how long it takes to build a building like this. I'm gonna go ahead and build up the rest of the factory around this, and I'll catch you guys when I'm done with that. All right, so I finished building the entire factory. It's been about 3-4ish days since that last clip. I finished the entire factory. I'll show you what it looks like from the outside in a minute here, but I've also added in the extra refineries, and I added this little section. I don't know if I showed this in the clip. It's been a few days, but I added the conveyor belt spaghetti where it all merges together. But what we need to do now is we now need to connect it to the power grid and see if it works. That should turn the whole factory on, but I will go around and double check to make sure. Everything's running now. Iron is going in. We have iron coming out. Iron is nicely being split off into its designated areas. And there's the screws. There's the next bit of screws, and yep, that's perfect. We're producing screws. How about the other materials? Ooh, we do have rods coming out. Okay. I just didn't see them, but yes, there is rods coming out. The rods are coming out. We have everything working. And then there's the plates. Perfect. Everything works. It is functioning properly, and everything's going into their designated storage. This is what the factory looks like from the outside. This is what I built. This is what I came up with. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks pretty cool. You can see all these I like the big windows on it. This little bit, I don't know what I was doing. I honestly don't know. I just made an extra piece that made it look cool to break up the flatness of that wall. I built up this little area, just a big room, because it looked cool, and you could see the beautiful waterfall from there. I'm not really a fan of the entrance into this place, but I wasn't really sure what else to do with it. I just had a notification. I'm unsure about the entrance to this place, but my favorite part is probably my iron factory sign with the signs that say what is being produced here. And then I have the iron rods, iron screws, or just screws and iron plates. It took forever to set up these signs because it's very, very precarious. Just click on it, select the color, put the letter, layout, scroll down to the bottom and click on the layout, and then I had to do that for every single one of those signs. It took a minute, but it was so worth it. I added details into the roof so that it wasn't super flat because this was just a flat piece of metal, so I put in these little roof windows because I've done that in a few different places and it looked pretty good. This I just extended it to the end knot. This window was just put there to add detail to that wall. These ones were also just to add detail to the roof here so it wouldn't be boring. This roof is going to stay boring because, yeah, concrete in here. Oh, this is the biggest project I've undertaken so far. Well, other than the nuclear power plant, this is the second biggest project I've undertaken. In the sense of building a building, not really the factory inside, though the factory inside is built so that I can expand it if necessary, if I ever need more of something. I have unlocked the Mark III miners, so I'm probably going to go through, but I don't have the 2 last things on that list down there. I'm probably going to go through eventually and upgrade the miners. I'm pretty sure all the miners are fully overclocked, so they're working perfectly. And yes, in case you were wondering, this is working perfectly fine. So yeah, there's that. And now the factory is done. And if you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any more Satisfactory videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.